Right, let's continue on with Tier 6. I think this is where I'm supposed to go. If not, I'll backtrack and find out if I have to loop somewhere else. But anyway, Sheepman. This place reminds me of home. Could use some more electric-powered octopodes, though. I think I'm after 39th, am I? Yeah. 39th place. Schmidiglak-Kalken. Crystal Lab. Score 29.4. 30, 34, 29, 24, 30. 1 energy element. No noble nickels. So on that basis, I probably don't need to bother going left, but I will, just for the sake of it. I assume there's nothing up there. No, wasn't expecting anything. Is that solid ground? It was a bit hard to tell there. I assume all this is solid ground. Yep, alright, fine. That felt very hard to tell initially. Okay, fine. Don't know if I actually clicked the hitbox there of the spikes, but apparently not. And I don't fancy that jump, so I'll do it from above, thank you. Okay, fine. I like the vibe this place is going for. The music is somewhat intimidating as well. Alright, fine. Forced weapon usage or utility items or whatever. Alright then. I feel like that left-hand side is just begging for something, but there are no noble nickels in this area or anything, so I'm just gonna... Does Super Arrow stick? It does not. I do not fancy testing that out then. If it stuck to the side and there was like, yeah, see where I could sort of be able to make my way back, then fair enough, but as it stands at the moment, no. I have no idea where I'm meant to be going here. Up, I presume, then? Well, let's try and take you out anyway. Right, let's try that again. Yeah, okay, fine. No, 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 no. Well, that was surprisingly easy to deal with. I don't need those, do I? That looks like a... Okay, yeah, I meant to go down there. Although that bit to the right does look suspicious as well. Oh, scrolling screen. Okay. Ah! Don't know how much of a fan I am of feeling like I need to be... You know, need a bit more time to react to these kind of things. I feel like I'm a bit too far over to the right-hand side to have to deal with those initially, but... Alright. I was going to use Rush Jet for that, to be honest. Down, I presume? Yeah. Whoa! Spike drop! Okay, not too bad, though. I assume we're getting down here. Okay. I kind of like these platforms to a certain degree. I'm not sure I'm a fan of the obnoxious noise they make, but... No, okay. Yeah, this place looks like it's got quite a few split paths. Potentially. Really? What is over there? Nothing? Okay, so that loops round to there then? There's another path? Maybe you exit from on that side? Wow, okay, yeah, this place does have a lot going for it. Oh, joy. Well, this looks like it could be fairly lethal. Okay, not too bad actually, just as long as I don't get crushed here. Okay. Boss time? Do we have a boss? We do. Chill man. Again. Well, I guess he's part of the dev kit, isn't he? So, understandable, I suppose. Ding it! Stop sliding! I have got to... Well, I don't know what I can do about this. It's... I feel like it's a controller thing rather than me using a keyboard, but I guarantee you I'm going to be using a controller where I can do for Mega Man games. But, yeah, good grief. Some of the times I am sliding, so when I want to jump, it's phenomenal. Yeah. Anyway, that's the stage. I guess I will take a few detours and actually see whether we've got some of those suspicious-looking areas that look like they could actually be paths, whether or not they are actually paths. So, yeah, this might be a bit difficult to cobble together. Might be a bit of a hash job, but, yeah. I'll start taking some, going through some alternate, going off screens in some alternate ways and actually see if there are paths there. And, yeah, I'll report back. Well, that's not a path then. Okay, this definitely looks like somewhere new. Maybe not. Maybe it's just for an M-Tank then. Which I already have, so I don't need to bother with. I'm actually going to have a hell of a time getting out of here now. Right, let's do a bit of exploring here then. Nice. Okay, that is a solid object up there, so I can't get past that. This is a path. Okay. Fine. What have we got here? Those annoying, beefy enemies from Mega Man 6. There was a little sort of nook there I think I probably could have hidden under, but nah, let's just take the thing out quickly and hopefully, yeah, not have to worry about it. Okay. More of these platform sections. And an E-Tank and an M-Tank. Okay, let's get you out of the way. And not get crushed by it. So we're going to have to do a very similar thing with this. Oh no! Am I... Oh, I can walk through the... Okay, I can walk through the thing that actually doesn't... Yeah, okay, fine. It's not a solid obstacle that will prevent me from actually getting in there. Whoa! This is the spike drop again, and I think I've not gone the way I should have done in order to get the extra path. Let's try dying and seeing if I can redo that. Cool. So, okay, I have to do this screen again. I need to somehow get on, like, the left-hand side of that drop, which is easier said than done. So, I wonder whether actually going right first off here, there's like a platform or something I could stand on? No, there's just spikes. Okay, so that wasn't the screen I was thinking of. There. Wow, though. That's, if you can get where I think you're supposed to go there, and that would make sense, I think, possibly, to get round to the left-hand side of the what looked like a boss door. That seems like it would sort of loop around to that kind of an area. But, if you have to get it from this spike drop, then goodness me. No, you can't get there. You can't get there, it's closed off. I have literally no idea how I get round the other side of that. Yeah, how I can get on the left-hand side of that drop. Doesn't seem to be any way to do it. And that, if I was judging, would dock you points. Yeah, how do you get round the other side of that? No idea. Absolutely no idea. Oh well, probably have to leave that. If indeed you can get on the other side of that. I'm assuming you can, but yeah. Gone through the stage a couple of times now and I cannot see a path that I'm missing, so yeah. That's going to remain a mystery. Anyway, level's done. And yeah, for the main sort of playthrough, I suppose, rather than me mucking around trying to go find secret areas and such like that, I like the ominous kind of setting, the vibe are kind of going for there. But I don't know, it feels rather an uninteresting stage, to be honest. I mean, I guess I like the sort of the platforms that kind of rise up on the kind of the track. That's kind of you could use, you know. I feel like they could be used in probably better ways than they are here. Although the big climb toward the end there was kind of nice, but maybe it didn't get quite as much use out of them as possible. But yeah, I think other than that, just felt like a lot of forced weapon usage, either super arrow, rush jet, or wheel cutter, or whatever, to climbing walls and such like that. But yeah, a lot of what look like paths but actually aren't. So yeah, I don't know. The stage is a bit strange to me. I don't feel like there's maybe much. Yeah, I don't know. It felt a little bit boring, I have to say. But oh well. And of course, you know, a boss fight at the end, which is nice, I guess. But yeah, admittedly, we are using a dev kit boss, Chill Man. Not that I mind Chill Man. He's a fun fighter. Always a reasonably good time fighting him. But yeah, anyway. A good concept for a stage, and the rising platform was simple but effective, but the stage itself seems marred by bizarre design choices. There's random usage of insert utility weapons of your choice here, spread throughout the stage, especially near the beginning, and to be honest, my first thought was that the level was broken rather than me having to use super arrow or something. There's also a few stretches of random wheel cutter usage. The level does give you heads up by putting cuts in the background, but I didn't even notice them until my second playthrough because I don't really have a keen eye for graphical things. The second shaft of wheel cutter usage is particularly frustrating to me. The slipping through spikes manoeuvres are very finicky, and due to the fast rising speed of wheel cutter, it's hard to really react at all. It also doesn't help that no matter what path you take, the checkpoint is quite a ways away from the shaft you're most likely to keep dying in. I would say the floating platforms didn't get used enough, but near the beginning of the level there's a random secret path you can only get through by sliding through a fake wall that actually does have okay use to the rising platforms. It puzzles me why that wasn't just the second half and was instead put on a random secret path no one will find. I will probably go and find that then. But near the beginning of a level there's a random secret path you can only get through by sliding through a fake wall. Alright, well, once I've read the comments I will go see if I can find that. Overall there's nice ideas, but the forced weapon usage just really ruins it for me because it's so thrown in and obnoxious. Really cool level though. I love the atmosphere in this place. Felt like I'm like a ruined factory of sorts. I really like the use of the elevators, but they kept making the sound it makes when gravity flips, which is kind of annoying. One of them also pushed me through a wall and killed me once. Yeah, me too. The last wheel cut section was pretty difficult compared to the rest of the level, and new players will most likely die the first time they play through it. Pretty neat. I like the platforms this stage revolves around. They're a pretty neat concept and used pretty well. I find it somewhat of a shame how they're rather glitchy though, with glitchy results when they push the player into a ceiling and the gravity sound effect relentlessly playing for seemingly no reason. I like how the stage makes use of various utility weapons in order to advance, though I wish it could start out every introduction to a concept in a safer environment, as instant death is kind of everywhere in this stage. The screw platforms themselves never get a proper introduction, unfortunately. Its first use is atop a pit of spikes, no matter which of the three paths the player takes. Picking a path, I like the intense secret route this level offers, but I think due to its difficulty that shortcut should reward with something, perhaps a noble nickel. The final section before the boss feels pretty epic, and despite my numerous deaths, I'm a big fan of it. Nice level overall. I don't get it. What is this level trying to be? The level design in this one isn't as bad as the others in terms of any placement, for example, but the stage layout is just so awkward. It almost feels as if the author had tried to implement secret paths into the level, but didn't do it. It could have been a good level, but the ideas were there where they should have been, but the execution is just really, really bad. There's plenty to be happy about with this one. Your segments with the wheel cutter and your rising platform gimmick was neat, and the auto-scroller and vertical room, which combine both, are really quite enjoyable to go through. The enemy setup made good use of shield attackers. It's just got a few niggles that hinder it a bit. The level is a tad ugly, mostly in colour palette. Why is this monochrome? This gets very dull after a while, and not even a decent tile set can salvage it. It makes it hard to tell what you can and cannot walk on at times. You didn't take a few things into consideration. Namely, I think you should have taken the option to render wheel cutter with infinite ammo, because you've based this entire stage around it, which is fine by itself, but you have infinite lives here, and any player who's struggling will be forced to reset. Your rising platform gimmick also breaks one of the Mega Man conventions. Gimmicks should respawn or outright kill you if you fail them. Having them not reset and forcing the player to kill themselves goes against every gameplay instinct the player will have. Finally, there are a lot of areas that look like either the correct route or an alternative route, and they aren't. This sort of thing baffles the player. Okay, yay! This stage is going to be drawn out even more. I'm going to see if I can find, now I know I'm trying to slide through some kind of random wall, I'm going to see if I can find this alternate path. Well, I found it! And I would never ever think to slide there. Ever. I also don't really like the look of that jump, as evidenced by my failure. Right, let's give that another go, shall we? Oh boy. Oh, good grief. Okay. Yeah, this definitely makes a lot more use of these platforms. Feels like it's got a few of these kind of gotcha moments if you don't quite react quick enough to things. Oh, come on! Why is there no checkpoint there? Or somewhere during that path. Right. Okay. Of course, go figure. Right before the exit. And yay, this is the exit. So, okay, fine. Found the secret. Found the secret path. Oh yeah, I would never ever think to look there. Yeah. It's a reasonably decent path, I suppose, if not a little bit hairy in places. But yeah, wow. I would never ever 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 think to slide through that. That's just really, really weirdly placed. Some sort of tell or something would have been nice there, because, well, yeah, based on that playthrough of the stage, and I've played this stage before, and probably even read that comment before as well. I couldn't remember for the slightest that path was there, and I wouldn't have had an inkling it was there, and then, until the Snowbump Pyro, I think, suggested, or was the one to say, oh yeah, if you slide randomly at the beginning of the stage, you'll find a secret path. So yeah, that could have been telegraphed, yeah, an awful lot better. Or at all, frankly. Right, let's progress on. Spent more than enough time on that level. 38th place, Mugman, Nitrogen Man. Score 29.6. 28, 33, 32, 32, 23. 1 energy element and no nebulicals. But I'm still going to check to the left. Whoa! Am I meant to be gaining momentum here on the floor. Okay. Fine. Not so fine falling there, but it's only for an E-tank, so oh well. Okay, so we basically got the water wave gimmick from Wave Man stage in operation. I probably would have got hit to it the first time because it's just something I probably wouldn't have seen. But now that I know it's a thing, I'm obviously paying attention to the floor, and I can obviously see where there are obvious cracks in the floor. But yeah, the wave's going to jump up or rise out of there. So okay, fish out of the water. Glad I inched along there. I did not see that at all. Oh, and it... Whoa! Froze me as well. That thing. See how much damage I took there? I've like tanked a third of, like 2/3 of my bloody health. Thank you, that was much appreciated. That felt a bit silly. Unless that's obviously the thing you're going for there, but... Yeah, I was just like stood in place there, and the thing just kept hitting me and hitting me while I was frozen. That was really, really odd. But no, I did not see that one. I was paying too much attention to the enemies, or the enemy above over the pit, and also approaching the pit with thinking that something was going to pop out of that as well. But I was not paying attention to the floor in the slightest. Seems like a bit of an odd room, to be honest. Anything coming out of there? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, this feels like a bit of an old room. Just, I don't know why. Oh, no. And yeah, obviously there's... Yeah, this stuff I'm sort of on now is... Wow, really? Slid again, accidentally, didn't want to. Is slippery, so sliding on that, not good at all. And yeah, I end up going pretty far. And pretty fast as well, so yeah. Anytime I see the floor like that, I've got to watch out. That is just begging. I know we haven't got any noble nickels, but really, that was just begging for something to be there. I'm going to jump along here because I don't trust my sliding skills on the ice, or not skills per se, but yeah, just randomly sliding when I don't want to. Oh, we're at the end of the level. Well, maybe we are. I don't know. I assume we are now. It's the boss gate. Oh, look who it is! Haven't fought you in a while. I guess it makes sense for this stage. So yeah, I guess I can't begrudge you the use of Chill Man in this stage. Oh, blast it! Okay, the actual icy floor here actually is a nice little extra touch. I'm doing terribly in this fight, by the way, as if it wasn't obvious. But yeah, the icy floor there actually it's a nice touch. I guess pretty reminiscent of Chill Man actually himself, rather than some of the other bosses, Chill Man version of Chill Man we fought in this game. But okay, fine. Well, fairly short level. But not a lot going on to it, I must admit. I feel like yeah, again, it feels very short. Obviously, you've got the wave man gimmick with the wave, water spouting out from the floor and whatnot. But above and beyond that, I don't feel like there's probably really too much to that stage at all, really. I mean, you've got the ice physics and the momentum build up, which I guess is a sort of a gimmick that's kind of implemented. But yeah, I don't know. That level just sort of feels like, if mirroring some of the judges' comments, that level really does feel like it's just there. To be honest, that one. Yeah, I haven't got really a lot to say about that one, to be honest. Let's see what the judges said. Oh, I like the idea of a nitro man. I was hoping for some good use of time bombs and wave streams, but unfortunately the level just didn't really do much in general. Many of the wave streams don't really pose a true threat. The level is very open, so that means you can jump over them easily. I feel like the wave streams work much better when the level is cramped. Besides the ideas, the level just plays like Gemini above ground section Mark 2. It's the same types of enemies, same types of obstacles, it's just kind of there. The level just doesn't really do much, and that's what brings it down for me. Also, random Chillman fight at the end. I suck at fighting Chillman. I guess I wouldn't say it's a random Chillman fight, particularly after like the last stage. I feel like Chillman fits at least quite well with this one, with the ice physics and stuff like that, or ice water kind of stage anyway. So yeah, I wouldn't say Chillman's random, but oh well. This level just felt like a ton of wasted potential. The recoloured Shallow Man tile set looks nice, but I'm assuming by nitrogen you mean liquid nitrogen, so you could have used some really cool ice theme gimmicks, like the melting blocks. It started off nicely with the Wave Man steam puffs that freeze you, but there could have been so much more. I was even more disappointed that the level is called Nitrogen Man, but the boss was just Chill Man. Cool level. It could get somewhat samey after a while, but it has a solid idea and sticks to it. I kind of wish it didn't forget about its exploding platforms on the first few screens, though. The background palette can be somewhat ice-searing at times, and I sometimes just jumped into the water by mistake, thinking of it as ground. Ground also has the texture of water, but its setting is nice otherwise. I liked how the level is mapped out in the boss room, and the boss room is indicated both there and by the bubbles. The bonus room is bonus room? Indicated both there and by the bubbles in the room above, but it's empty. What a disappointment. Okay, well in that case I'm not going to bother doing it. Finding it. I want my money back. There's really not much I can say about this stage. Nothing here is too impressive, but I enjoyed it. The level design is also fairly solid, although some spots are just kind of cheap or just boring and empty. It's a bit short and there could have been more to it, but it's alright. There is some promise in the concept of this level, an entire base filled with nitrogen-based gimmicks. Intriguing, and then nothing happens. This level feels a bit half-baked, even the tileset doesn't bother animating tiles that clearly should be. The effort to make standard Mega Man tiles and make them theme together is appreciated. Your sole new gimmick is purely there to waste time. It aids in the level's theme, but that is about it. The fact it freezes you in place is actually a detriment to your stage because this fact doesn't even matter. You're also incredibly inconsistent with the ice tiles. Floors that look identical on this stage act differently. It's very confusing. Credit where we're given where credit is due. The few screens with the count bombs are expertly pulled off. Unfortunately, the same care wasn't taken elsewhere. Not outright terrible, but it is rather there, and the sheer pointlessness and annoyance of your new gimmick is a major detriment. Okay, moving on. 37th place, Quest Mark, Duwang. Score 29.8, 34, 29, 27, 40, 19. So a couple of pretty high marks, including a 14 there, which is and a 19 at the end there. So yeah, last two judges, very polarising opinions. So I wonder how this is going to work for me. 1 energy element and 3 noble nickels to find. Let's see what we're dealing with. Yes, I remember this one. How could I forget this one? I won't be able to remember everything about it, but just look at the tile set, look at what's going on here. Yeah. In fact, and look, obviously, since I've played it previously, I'm not likely to forget this one in a hurry. Or at least the fact that this stage exists, let's put it that way. That was terrible. Do you come back, or are you a one-time only thing? You do come back, okay. But standing to the right of the block, or on the very right of the edge of the platform, looks like you go over me. Okay, fine. I can deal with that. Yeah, I don't quite know what to think about the tile. I'm not quite sure what I thought first time I played this, and I'm not quite sure what I think now about the tile set in the background. It looks kind of nice, if not a little distracting. The music's suitably cheery. Probably haven't got anything. Probably haven't got anything I need, which is a shame. Okay, weird transition there. I'll just let you change your arc before moving on. So now I know there's like bombs that come out of pits as well. I'm like incredibly nervous around basically any gap. Oh yes, I remember this now. Yeah, there's noticed a little down arrow on this pylon here. Yeah, this isn't a pit. There's a ladder there that I didn't remember. And yeah, there are my three noble nickels. So yeah, not quite sure what was the reference to, but oh well. At least I don't have to really go searching for noble nickels. They're yeah, pretty easy to find. So that makes me happy. Okay, this section looks fairly reasonable at the moment until you start putting the caterpillar enemies from Mega Man 6 in play, which I do not like. Hated those things in Mega Man 6. Oh, really freaking annoying. Can't begin to tell you how many perfect rounds they ended. Those bloody things. Ugh. Go away. Thank you. Alright then. Cool. No, why are there more of you? I scrolled that thing back on higher up than it was. Am I going down here? Yes. Oh, God. And I remember this gimmick as well. I'm hoping a checkpoint is pretty soon, or pretty not too far back, because I want to show off the point of this. So let's just sort of make our way to the right-hand side of the screen, for example, and then let's look left. And apologies for the jump scare if that got anybody. I didn't quite remember they came out that quick, but yeah, this sign here doesn't work on this screen. It's only when you go to the next screen. But yeah, that's basically telling us don't look back. So yeah, keep facing right as we progress through. That of course counts as well for like knockback when you take when you're get hit by an enemy as well. Just yeah, if you do get hit, just keep ploughing on to the right. It's incredibly tempting though to like backtrack, particularly when you want to avoid enemies as well. So, but yeah, you have to resist the temptation to do so. Provided you do that, it's not too bad. I mean, I'm tanking a lot more hits here than I would perhaps sort of otherwise like to tank, but necessity, I'm afraid. Yeah, just keep facing right, and you'll be fine. Takumi, do you like my car? Crashman on the dance floor, who we can defeat if we so wish. Again, not very cultured in terms of like gaming and such like that, so I don't know what this is. If this is a reference to anything, or the "to be continued" sign on the bottom there. Whether or not, for instance, you can go back to the left and continue on the stage. I'm assuming not. Yeah, I'm just gonna take out Crashman. Oh, that guy then springs to life. No, we can't go back to the left. We can't get back out the boss door. So yeah, fine. And yeah, we can take out Crashman, and the little enemy on that platform as well gets really angry with us and tries to attack us, but we can take him out as well. Yeah, humorous, I guess, little end to the stage. And yeah, well, what can I say about that? It's certainly got its charm. That stage. For the most part, I think it's okay. I wouldn't say it's amazing. A lot of its probably placement and the high score is going to be based along that charm, just visually, musically, and all that kind of thing. I mean, I like it. No, some people definitely won't, but I think it's absolutely fine. But the stage itself, gameplay is just sort of okay. Yeah, it's kind of there. The don't look left or don't look back gimmick is kind of interesting, although it does sort of force me really to sort of tank hits a bit more than I would otherwise like to, because I can't really dodge stuff the way I would normally like to, i.e. by backtracking or avoiding how you would normally avoid stuff. You obviously just can't face left, so you have to probably end up taking more hits than I would otherwise like. And it does sort of does kind of a bit of a jump scare thing as well there, so I'd minus a point for that. But overall fairly decent. At least it sort of has a gimmick to it. But frankly, as long as you don't look back, you're not going to see the gimmick. So it's not really an in-play gimmick. It's just something that's a sort of an instant one-hit KO that you have to avoid. So yeah, I think its high score is very much built on its sort of charm. But yeah, as a level itself, it's perfectly fine, and I quite liked it. Is this memes? Pretty good level. The aesthetics are pretty weird and definitely not something I've seen in Mega Man before. The design isn't the best ever, but I like some of the ideas present. I like how Spine's used in the first section, and there was some kind of neat setups with the Plant Man platforms in the second section. I don't like some of the enemy placement in the second section, though. There's enemies like Crazy Cannon that just seem placed to waste your time rather than actually provide a challenge. The third section is interesting and really stressful, but I think the gimmick is badly introduced. I didn't get what the sign meant until my second playthrough, so on the first playthrough I was just trying to get through the first section as fast as possible and getting extremely paranoid of the death ball coming out of nowhere. It's an interesting stipulation when you get it, though, and it affected my playstyle personally quite a lot. So while it's not perfect, level has some interesting ideas, and it's a good level overall. Also, that meme room. Picture this, you're just strolling through a city, shooting a bunch of enemies, admiring the cool graphics and minding your own business, and then, oh man, a giant wall of hands comes out of nowhere and kills you instantly. Aha! That's what happened to me in the second half of the stage. The first time I played this, I had no clue what caused that to happen, but the second time I noticed a picture on the wall and realised that it happens whenever you press the left arrow. A text sign saying don't look back or something similar would have been nice. Also, some of the Plant Man platforms in the aerial section despawned, so I had to use Rush Jet. Maybe add a few safe platforms in case that happens, like count bombs. Probably the most memorable thing about this level is the section of death hands, only for the hands. Loving those. My favourite section to play through, however, was the platforming section. While it doesn't do anything particularly innovative, I like how it makes you shoot a long distance to activate a platform or take down a foe. First screen section suffers a lot from the background, and the no left section has some spam issues near the end, and ends up getting rather repetitive. I'm not a big fan of this level's visuals. I really enjoyed playing this stage. Level design is very solid and the ideas behind it are very interesting. I also like the aesthetics and music used in this stage. However, there are quite a bit of problems. The section with the grey hands thing is very difficult to comprehend at first and you'll be confused when they get triggered randomly. But once you learn the mechanic, it becomes a fairly interesting section. Aside from that, the visuals, although as mentioned previously, look good, it still feels a bit nauseating just looking at all this blend of colours. And finally, the Noble didn't need to be where they are. To conclude, this is definitely one great level, but it has some issues. What the hell? I don't even. If I could leave the review there, I would. I have no idea what was going on at this point. I'm too afraid to ask. This was creative. The idea here was actually fine, but your implementation killed it. That is single-handedly the worst gimmick introduction of an instant death mechanic I've come across. It took me many attempts to even figure out what was going on. What was looking like a decently fun original level was just killed stone dead by that gimmick. You need to find a way to explain it better. I don't mind dying to figure out the gimmick, but this one felt too obscure for me. I do not think the background details were enough to understand it because there are background arrows elsewhere on the level without meaning. So the player thinks, what is one more background arrow supposed to mean? Yeesh. As for the new tile set, it was, in a word, hideous. From the colour palette to the shading to the new elements to cut off tiles to whatever that scary thing was at the end of the stage was. There was one highlight to the stage, the bit in the clouds. I felt there was some really good implementation of the Plant Man platforms, but the rest, I'll say it again, yeesh.